Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, it's just a little channel update and let you know how things are going. Now, the last giveaway was overseas. I say overseas, outside the United States. It was actually from Canada or something like that. But Swamp Stomper won that one. And so we still have all the original goodies and stuff. Now, that will be this month's giveaway. So that's still that VG10 Stockman. Now, we'll have to have another video, which will be coming up. And it might not necessarily be on that knife. You know, in other words, like I have a couple of Barlows that I've got ordered coming in. And when I'm looking over those and reviewing those, one of those might be the entry video, but I'll announce it in the video, so just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that worked out pretty well because, you know, with customs and all this other crap, and then shipping, and then, you know, even if it makes it through all that, a lot of times they have to pay an extra fee to get it out of customs. So, you know, like you win something, and let's say in this case it was, you know, inexpensive, you know, like $15 knife, but let's say it was a $100 knife, and there was other stuff in there, but still, you'd have to pay a tax on that coming in, you know, like what? But with cash, you don't. So what I did is, and if you've got PayPal, that works out really well because you have PayPal and an email address, you know, so we're contacting each other through email. You link those up, and then I don't know how it works on the receiving end, but man, it worked pretty well on the distributing it. It said, you're about to send this, do you want to send it? And it offers you two different ways, and I put it as friends and family because, you know, he watches the videos and everything else, and it's like a family of knife community type of stuff, which is a pretty good way to describe it because you can't always pick your family. I mean, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family. And sometimes you get, you know, good luck with the pick of the family, and sometimes you get a rotten apple or something. But anyway, this family's good. So that worked out pretty well, and like I said, we've got all those other ones. So if you want to see what's going to be in that giveaway, you know, again, I'll announce it when I do the video. Just go back and look at, I'll refer to I'll have it in the description, or, you know, a little card up in some corner over there by Peppy, I guess, that will show the video showing everything that goes in there. And yeah, that's about it on the channel update. I was just looking at this. I was digging around in the various boxes back there, and I found this Schrade old timer with I think it's desert ironwood. I don't really like that, the pattern on it. Yeah, after Buck came out with the 110 folding hunter, almost every knife company came out with, you know, their version of it or their type of it. Some did better, you know, some improved on it, because a Buck is kind of like overbuilt. It's like a tank, you know, and you pay for that in weight. It's sturdy and it'll hold up very well, but I mean, still, if you slim it down a little bit. Now the Buck 110's got so many options, man. You can get one pretty cheap that's just got like FRN or Delrin or some type of, you know, nylon type of handle, but still the same blade and everything for fairly cheap, you know, like $25, $30 or something like that. Anyway, yeah, they got all kinds of variations of knives, but I wanted to increase my Barlow collection, and you can do, you know, you can get, this is like the very low end of expense, although if you get them one of these made in USA ones, they can cost a little bit more, the antique ones, but it doesn't have to be. To me, as long as it's, got like acrylic type of handle or something. And of course, you've got the infamous Barlow girls. This one's caged. She's in lockdown. See all these other guys. He's, how can we get her out of there? I don't know. I'll go find a spanner. Because see, this is I think a Lancaster bomber up here. These are British. I don't know if the British did nose art like this with pinup girls. I'm not sure. I know Americans did, but I don't know if the British did. I'll have to keep an eye out for that and look around. If anybody knows that, they can just drop it in the comments. I know, because it was popular over there with the Americans, and I don't know if the British copied it or did it. Anyway, I don't know why we're getting off into bombshell Barlows. But yeah, I'm going to try to sort my knife collection out and arrange it by type of knife. Again, just put them in boxes and stuff and compile like that. But then you run into like these. If it's a collection, you don't want to, have this one in the toothpick one and this one in the sunfish one and this one in the pruner section. Or maybe you do, as long as you can sort them back out, because, yeah, in each one of these type of series, there's going to be a pattern. And see, that's a lot of times if I'm sitting there, oh, well, let me just pull up all my Barlows, and then I'll forget one. One will be hiding around or something, and later on you're like, damn it, I wanted to do a complete one on the Barlows, and I'm missing one. Look at a little Wharncliffe. I think this one's pretty cool. This whole series is pretty cool because the way the Black Widow, they did that, and then this one's got the little etch of a spider. This is just 440A, but still cool little. These like a little letter opener, and you got that little ramp there, which also acts to protect the tang, from your pocket from hitting it. Little teardrop shape. The only thing about it is, the little thin Wharncliffe blade. Some people are like, it's too thin. It's as good as a small toothpick in size, and you've got a Wharncliffe shape, which, as long as you're not skinning animals and stuff, it should be all right. You could probably skin with a Wharncliffe, but you're going to poke holes. It's going to be harder. That's why a drop point or something with a little curve to it is better, because you can just follow the curvature. Look out, Boris! Anyway, yeah. So I've rambled on long enough. I just thought I'd give you a heads up. Here's a little weather update. The days of 100-degree temperatures went away yesterday. And I mean, we even had like, this is like the third or fourth hottest summer on record. And it's like, it's up there. I think 2011, we had like 71 days of over 100-degree temperatures. But, yeah, it's no fun. It saps it out of you, too. Even in air conditioning, you step out on your balcony or something, and you're just looking. Like I stepped out there the other day, it was 104 Fahrenheit. And it just you feel your eyeballs starting to bake. You feel like a turkey getting in an oven. Yeah, your eyeballs the gel in your eyeballs start cooking in your brain. And yeah, before you start sweating and everything, it's like stepping into an oven. And yeah, it takes it out of you, because you just want to sit in and like, it's cool in here. Turn the fans on. And the fans make more noise, so it's a little bit more noisier now, but I'll put up with that. The air conditioning noise there, I'd rather put up with that than the heat. But anyways, the fall's coming up. It's getting a little bit better. I'll be able to walk around a little bit more. The temperatures will be more reasonable. We had rain the other day, which was nice, because it's been like a drought here too, with no rain. And yeah, anyway, there you go. Oh, and I had somebody left a comment about I'm not controlling Buddy. You know, I'm not controlling my cat. I don't have control of him. He's not my cat. He's a feral cat that I'm trying to get domesticated. But no, he's an outdoor cat that basically comes by and visits. So he's like a wild cat, you know, street hood cat. What he does on his own time, I can try to tell him, hey, you know, you should do this, or you should do that. And if I feed him, he's probably not chasing down the birds and stuff like that. But he's a cat. Cats are going to be cats. And cats will eat birds. Yeah, so anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little update. There's not a whole lot to it. I like this. Here's a big granddaddy Barlow. See, a lot of times if you're doing like, I'm going to get all my ram's horn bone and put them together. And the good thing about like keeping a good record, if you had like a spreadsheet and stuff like that, was you could pop it up. Now, it's good and bad. It depends on how organized you are. Because you could pop it up and say, how many Granddaddy Barlows do I have? And it would list you've got like 7. And you can only find 3 or 4. You're like, oh, crap. And then it's go through the collection routine, which, you know, like I said, if you've got it organized, you pull out these little drawers, boom, you can see everything. But for me, no. Even in a small apartment, things go missing. Things disappear. And rarely reappear. Some of them disappear and never show up again. Cracky. And then other ones join it, like that old-timer deer slayer. It's like a Sharpsinger, but it's a bigger one. I know I've got it, and it's bigger. You know, I've seen pictures of it. I go back to my old videos. I know what it looks like, so I'm looking for that handle, and I'm looking around, and I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Ran off with Cracky somewhere. That's just one of them. Sometimes the other ones will disappear for a little while, and I go, oh, there it is. I found it. See, Boris. Boris misplaces his Bowie knife quite often. But it's usually found in places it shouldn't be, sticking in somebody. And then he goes, oh, I told you it was lost. I didn't have it. Yeah. I told you it was lost. Alright, so there you go. Getting a little crazy in here. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.